Okay, so welcome back. Now, last week we went over breaches and stuff like that. This week we're going to be talking over the universe above and below. Like, what does that mean, the universe above and below? So, this has a lot to do with understanding time frames as well. Like I said, if you are new to the Mastering Price Action course, this will come up in due time, the subject for time frames. However, if you've already done it, you'll pretty much have an idea what I'm talking about. But the reason why I bring this up, that this part of the education's coming up or you've already gone through it, is I want you to understand one thing. The more times you watch these courses or videos after you've gone through everything, the more linkage and the bonding between one chapter to the next gets stronger. Okay? So I really need you to understand that concept, that it's not just about, okay, he's given a 7-week course or 8-week course. Let's go through it as quickly as I can, and if I can finish it in 1 week, tomorrow I am a trader. No, no. It doesn't work like that. Stop trying to cram the information. Go through it slowly. Ask the right questions, and as you go along and you progress, go through it one more time, and you'll start to pick up on things you didn't notice even the first time. And you're gonna have lots of aha moments, like, oh my god, I can't believe I missed that. Or now I see where the problem is. So don't forget to rewatch them. The videos are short, they're not very long, and then going through the entire 7 weeks, you can go through it within 2 days, basically, in the future once you're done. So don't forget that. Don't forget that. So I just want to recap this into your minds, that go over the material one more time, or 2 more times, or 3 more times after you're done. Yeah. Okay. So the universe above and below. So let's take a look at this. Okay, when it comes to territories and concepts and breaches, so the last concept we were talking about is breaches, yeah? So let's take a look at this. If I was to look at the market just in this area, okay, let me see if I can close off the right. Boom, 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 boom. Whoa. Okay, there we go. Sorry, there we go. If I was to close off that market to the right side, and I use this right here. So I'm like, okay, we got a breach there, going down, pulls back, where the problem comes in, breach down below there, down. Okay, pulls back in this area a bit, breach there, and then breach there. Okay, and then we reach this price here. But then we're starting to realize the sell is no longer going as a lower low. In fact, our highs are being broken and they're going higher. Now, as a seller, our job is to keep looking at the sell side breaches, right? Now, these breaches, the reason why they're important is because the universe above and below plays a role in this. Here's why. If you get caught up into this saying, oh, but here's a buyer's breach. Okay, here's a buyer's breach. Yeah, that's correct. That is a buyer's breach. And then the next line would be here, waiting for the breach to go higher than that, right? Let me see if I can move that over, see if we have any breaches above that. And there we go. There's a breach above that. But then, how do we know how we're supposed to trade? Do I keep looking for breaches going upwards? Do I look for breaches going downwards? So it's a combination of the two. Okay? In trading, anywhere you go on the internet, you're gonna hear one thing all the time. It's so crazy, you just want to punch the guy. And it's true, actually, because the saying is, the trend is your friend. Always go with the trend. Blah 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 blah. So now the trend. Here's the confusion part. Is this your trend? Is this your trend? Okay, and we're like, you know what? You're right. I don't know which trend we're trying to talk about. So if we don't know which trend you're talking about, then the guy who keeps saying the trend is your friend, you're like, find me that guy, I'm gonna kill him. Because it's like, why do they keep saying the trend is your friend when there's trends all over the place? Here's the thing. Think of it in economic standards, okay? When you do something, when you're going out to the store, okay, everyone is buying a particular, let's say, I don't know, PlayStation. If you might have children, or you're into it yourself, or your boyfriend is crazy about it, whatever. So let's say PlayStations, right? Everyone is buying PlayStation. That is the main trend, okay? Which means this. Everyone is getting on the train PlayStation wagon, right? They're all jumping in on it. Now, as the prices are getting more and more expensive, okay, you don't want to just jump in and say, I want to buy it. You're trying to say, I want to join the trend, but give me a discount and I'll get in. Which is what we call a pullback trade. You're trying to join this flow of down, but you need a pullback so you can sell it. Confused yet? Okay, so think about that for a moment. You want to join the flow of everyone buying a PlayStation. You're like, I want to buy it also. But if you want to buy it, you're not going to buy it at the most expensive price that's selling like hotcakes and stand outside a line for 5 hours and pay 3 times the price. That's stupid. That's not economical. It doesn't make any sense. What you're going to do is you're going to find a moment where the prices actually reduce, and then you can jump in on the trend as well. Be like, perfect. I got in, I got a better deal, and now I'm part of the wave, the fashion, the trend, whatever. Right? I am part of it now. It's the same way you want to do trading. This is your trend. So when this starts to pull up, that's your discount. This is not an uptrend. Okay? So the saying, if I can modify it, is the overall trend is your friend. Okay? So don't forget that. The overall trend is your friend, which we call the big boy. Here's the thing now. The universe above and below. Let me take this scenario that we're looking at on the 16th of January, more or less. Let me go up to one time frame higher. This is the 4-hour time frame. You can see 240 minutes. I'm going to take it up to the daily. Here we are on the daily. Give it a second. January 16th. Okay. Now, if I'm here, let me delete all this. Delete, out, 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 da, 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 out, 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 out. Okay. So, in this situation here, if I say, find me the breach, you're like, okay, well, there's a breach there when it started coming down, and here's the lowest point. We're looking for a breach below here. But all of this below here is sell zone. But to the universe below, on the 4 hours, is starting to look like it's not a sell zone, it's a buy. For them, their immediate trend says up. Make sense? So, this is the anomalies you're looking for. Because you have to understand, if you're just looking at this time frame, you're going to keep thinking that, hey, wait a minute, this is a higher high sequence, higher low sequence. You know, higher high, higher lows means an uptrend, right? The things start moving upwards, so it's like, oh, that's an uptrend. I should be buying. I should not be selling because the sell is over. No, it's not over. It's still around. It's still around. Okay? So those are the players on a higher time frame looking for that discount. They're like, come on, baby. Give me that discount. Give me that discount. Give me that discount. Got it. And then the market continues. Okay? So take a look here. Would you say all of this is an uptrend? Yeah. That's an uptrend, pullback, uptrend, pullback, uptrend, pullback, uptrend. What if I did this? In this little area that says it's an uptrend right here. Right there. I'm going to show you this on the 4 hours. On the 4 hours, sorry, let me skip past all that lines and stuff. Okay, here we go. On the 4 hours, this higher high sequence that was happening, highs, highs, higher low, higher high, it suddenly started to go down and down and down. For them, it's a downtrend. But you know, from the universe above, the flow is up. So, if I, like I said, if I can rename the concept of the saying that goes around the internet, the trend is your friend. The overall trend is your friend, not the immediate one. Okay? Now, so let's understand what all this universe above and below stuff, actually means. Of course, we can understand that these breaches and stuff like that. So, you'll see me sometimes in some of my videos in the MPA. What I'll do is I'll say, okay, so the prices come up like this, and they're coming down and down and down, and I will only draw the breach here. And you might be thinking, why isn't he drawing a breach here? Isn't that a sell? Why is he drawing a line here? It's because I can visually see that this is an uptrend and my line needs to stay here. Let's give you an example. And then we'll do several more examples after this, okay? So start with one simple example. Here, clearly, if we follow it to the grit, to the piece by piece, it's a down, pullback, break below, down, pullback, tries to break below, nothing, 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 break above. Okay, that's the way of drawing it concrete. But at times you'll notice me in the MPA saying this is all in buyer's territory because this was the breach. You know why? Because let's go up to the daily. Okay, we're here in the daily, and look at that. Do you see all that drawing I did? It's all within this sudden buy that happened and made new highs. It's all in that area, whether even if I draw it like that. It's all in that area. Okay, so let's do some practices for you. If we see this market going up and up and up, okay, so immediate direction on this time frame, if I was to say, don't worry that it's a daily, let's say whatever it is, let's say it's a 1 minute. This is an uptrend here. How do you think this is going to look on one time frame higher? Okay, just imagine it. And then I'm going to go up a time frame to show you how this looks. I'm going to go into the weekly now. Just take a look at all this data here, and then just imagine it. Okay, here we go. We're going to the weekly. Okay, and here we are in the weekly. It's telling us that in this area, that was a last breach there, and since then, nothing. So that little uptrend that we're seeing is still within a strong downtrend of the big boy. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over one or two more examples in the next video, and then I'm going to go into candlesticks. I'm going to show you a little bit of how candlesticks show you the universe above and below in the same concept. Our job is not to follow every little thing that the price is doing. Our job is to understand what price is trying to say. Okay? Cool. Let's go on to the next video.